So, lads, there's a really interesting thing that has happened with Caitlin Clark and her agency. And this is obviously, look, Excel is more than Erin Kane. Excel is more than Caitlin Clark. Like, as you can see, this agency represents Tiger Woods, Caitlin Clark, and Derek Jeter. Who is the biggest Excel client right now in terms of relevancy in the United States? It's Caitlin Clark. It is Caitlin Clark. And this is a big one here. And a load of people are like, oh, some of you are like, oh, is this going to make... I saw a post here. It's like, this is where I saw it from. See if the players or referees try to mess with Caitlin Clark now. Wall Street is entering the mix. And they're dumb enough to let anyone mess with Caitlin Clark. I mean this when I say this. I don't think... like, they had... Like, if you're acting like they didn't have... Tiger Woods. So this isn't some Mickey Mouse agency that she signed with. Like, we can question the shoe deal. Like, I saw Erin Kane was like I'm going to talk about this tomorrow. Erin Kane is apparently just because she's Caitlin Clark's agent, is the 25th most powerful woman in sports. And I'm like, basically, you just got incredibly lucky that you are the agent for a generational player. You got incredibly lucky that you became her agent. And you brokered one of the worst. You've brokered a deal so bad that the guy that Air was about, Sonny, that he even called you out for getting a horrible deal. And the problem is, everyone being like, oh, the Caitlin Clark deal was historic because no one had ever been paid that much. The problem with the Caitlin Clark deal is that they were like, oh, you have to get paid less so that players can get paid more in the future. And like, you can make the argument that yes, that's the case. I think from a logical standpoint, that's the case. It's just a long-term deal. If it was a 3-year deal at that amount per year, the problem is she signed a Scottie Pippen. She signed Caitlin Clark to the Scottie Pippen deal of shoe contracts. Like, she probably has a 10-year career, and she will probably earn more in year 9 than she would for the other years. Like, if I was another shoe company, I would try to buy her out of her contract and use that as leverage to try and get an extension or something for Nike. Maybe, I don't know, maybe go and sign a lifetime deal with Nike. Screw it. Maybe if the Caitlin Clark brand's doing well, sign a lifetime deal. Just say, look, we'll give you $500 million. It's a lifetime deal, and that will be over, it'll be $500 million, and we will pay you $10 million for the rest of your life. Even if it's an undercut, but like, you're pretty good. $10 million plus inflation rate for the rest of your life. Something stupid like that. But it says here, Goldman Sachs in late stage talks to acquire majority stake in Excel Sports Management. The deal, which values Excel nearly $1 billion, will be executed through Goldman's asset management division, according to a report in the Financial Times, citing sources familiar with negotiations. This potential acquisition represents another significant move by Wall Street into the expanding sports industry as financial institutions continue to seek opportunities in the growing market. And them having Caitlin Clark is a huge thing. And that, like, sports has forever... You could argue that in a lot of cases, sports is overvalued. But, like, sports is... women's basketball is still an undervalued asset, which is why Project B is a thing. Like you're seeing here, a lot of the reason why people are investing in sports is because entertainment's not going to go anywhere. Basketball is a growing worldwide sport, and I have to say this: like, basketball is a growing worldwide sport, and let's not forget that a lot of companies, even heck, freaking Saudis, a lot of people have their investments in resources that are finite. You have a lot of smart people are trying to use the money they have from finite resources and putting it into something that's not finite, like sports. And an agency, especially with the growth of influencers, with the growth of marketing via sports people, there is a lot of money to be made long term in going to an agency. Caitlin Clark, billionaire. Scary how important to the world of PR is to finance. So if they have a season next year, it's going to be one for the Bucks. I don't necessarily think that this is them signing it because of Caitlin. They have Caitlin Clark. But I do think that Caitlin Clark being there is big. And a big reason is, as you can see here, continuing this growing market. I'm like, look, baseball's not growing. Golf is growing money-wise. I wouldn't say golf is growing. I don't think golf has hit the same peak as I don't think golf has hit the same peak as with Tiger. And is Tiger still playing golf? I actually have no idea. He's not that old, is he? Yeah, he's still 49. Is Tiger Woods... When was the last time Tiger Woods won a major? Jeez, he really did go and win nearly everything in the early 2000s. He was super young as well. I'm trying to think off the top of my head. So he's last time he won a major was 2019. And then before that was 2008. Obviously, he was never the same after the splitting with the wife thing. But golf has never hit the same heights without Tiger. Like, even with Rory. As an Irish man, it pains me to say is Rory McIlroy was never able to live up to the heights. Scheffler, not able to. He doesn't care enough. Like, it would take a Happy Gilmore type thing. But to fix that. But this is a big thing. Didn't Caitlin Clark sit down with Goldman Sachs last year in the offseason? She did. She absolutely did. I'm at a conference in London, of course, at the NBA store. Caitlin Clark jersey is a shout out. International sales demand is there. I have a couple of spares that will be going up on Vinted very soon. So if you're in the European Union, they'll be going up on Vinted and Depop very, very soon. Couple of spare ones. But yeah, it's and it'll be up for very cheap, so you guys can get a good so you guys can get a pretty good deal on them. Either way, this could mean something. It mightn't mean anything. I don't know, like, if it really matters. If Caitlin Clark is a factor in it. But at the end of the day, this is something that a lot of people are talking about and think it might make a difference. I don't know if it will. I genuinely don't. Do I think it will? Probably not. Probably not. I don't think it's going to change anything really. But at the end of the day, look, people are looking for are kind of grasping at straws for Caitlin Clark news nowadays and Indiana Fever player news. Heck, my most viewed video for the first 31 minutes, I have a 1 out of 10 video that is talking about Sophie Cunningham saying she wanted to be a Victoria's Secret model. Like that's how down bad we are for news right now. And if you guys don't know, I also have an NBA channel, Mick Hoops, where you can go to see that, and I'll talk about VJ Edgecombe hooping. But anyway, I'll see you guys.